right, we are back alive. This is your host, Chris Guzman. Timmy, the producer, Patterson at the controls. Emil Sotopominski Kegabine on the right side of your screen. On the phone right now, I've got a very large man. I've got BOWIE TUPOU. He is a heavyweight contender. He is on his way up, still undefeated. 18-0 is what I've got his record at. 18-0, 14 of his wins by knockout. And he's not taking on chumps, guys. If you don't know the name BOWIE TUPOU, you definitely will in the next couple of months. One of our online listeners, BOWIE, wanted to know, is there a special technique that you use in training like George Foreman did and like Muhammad Ali did? Ali used to like chopping wood. George Foreman used to like pulling trucks and jeeps around with his bare arms. Is there something crazy that BOWIE TUPOU likes to do as far as training techniques?
No, like, I don't have those kind of technique, like, chopping woods or any pushing a truck or anything, I'm more into my spiritual ways, I go and pray, be more, the man upstairs that asks for guidance, for help, so, for strength and everything, so.
Well, I see that your religion is a very large part of your life, and I commend you for that. I did a lot of research on you on the internet and everything, all of your work within the church and everything, and that's definitely to be commended.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right now, somewhere there's a kid listening who might be a little bit bigger than the rest of the kids in his neighborhood. Maybe he looks a little different, maybe he talks a little different, maybe he's not from that neighborhood, not from that area, and he wants to be a boxer. And he's hearing BOWIE TUPOU right now on the radio talking with Bolo Punch Boxing Hour. What can you tell to that kid to help maybe motivate him to find a boxing gym? What could you tell him?
Just go for it, just be yourself, and and think big, because that's what I always do. I always like to dream and think big every time, and I and if you do that, you will accomplish what you want.
Let's talk about the heavyweight division a little bit here, BOWIE. It's really wrapped up right now between Nikolai Valuev having the WBA belt and then the Klitschko brothers pretty much owning every other stinking belt. A lot of people, and myself included, think that possibly the day of the Giant heavyweight might be on the way out, because a lot of these smaller guys like David Haye and Povetkin and Chris Arreola, these guys are not 6'8", 6'9", and they're moving on into the division, and they're causing a lot of big waves. Now, you're extremely thick, but you're not exceptionally tall. You're 6'3", 6'4", depending on where I read it. So you pretty much fit the mold for what the heavyweight is going to look like in the next 3 or 4 years. Do you agree with that?
Sir, first of all, I'd like to thank my promoter, Kerry Shaw, for taking me up slowly and try to helping me out to step by step every time. But the way I look at it, the heavyweight division, it's sometimes I sit back and get frustrating when people having so many fights to eliminate for what? And after that, they don't even fight. It's like they're going around in a circle, Klitschko and whatever, the Giants or whatever. I'm looking forward for the day I fight these guys. I won't pull out any way. I won't pull out to fight these people.
Good.
And I'll fight these guys anytime, and I'll fight my own way. I'll fight my fight.
Now, what weight do you like to what do you usually walk around at, and what weight do you usually show up at?
I usually show up at 258, 260, because that's what I walk around at 265. And no matter how hard I try, no matter I run for 8 miles or whatever, it's no matter every day, and no matter what, I want to lose more than that. It's always 250, 260. I don't know what to do.
That's not a bad thing, BOWIE. I mean, come on now. I mean, there's fat guys like me that have a problem. You're not having a problem.
No. sometimes I just try to feel a bit more lighter, but I like, but it's just I won't get any more lighter.
That's fine. That's fine, because
muscle always fat. So
well, Marcus Rode knows all about your 255 pounds. Yeah, Chris Koval knows all about your 255 pounds. Knows that a punch coming from a man that weighs that much is like a sledgehammer. So no, I don't want you to get lighter. I want you to stay right where you are. It's when you get into the Valoev weights of 303 pounds, that's when you have a hard time moving. But, I mean, I've seen video of you on YouTube and everything, training with Jeff Mayweather. Are you still with Jeff?
No, sir. I'm with Eddie Mustafa. And I've been with Mustafa for over like 1 year and a bit now. So I'm not with Eddie no more, sir.
Okay. Well, you left
I'm
one.
I'm not with Jeff no more. Sorry.
I understand. You left one champion and went on to another champion.
I don't see it that way, sir. For no disrespect.
Oh no. No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying. I mean, if you had to leave Jeff Mayweather, you chose a really good former champion to go with. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad was a hell of a fighter in his day.
Yeah, because I see Eddie being there, like, he's been there to fight with a lot of best good fighters, and he, like, when I start training with him, he helps me a lot about my footwork and the way I form my punches, the way to place my punches. So I'm enjoying it being with him.
I'm glad to hear it. And your training camp is going well for this fight?
Yes, sir. It's going perfectly.
Very nice. Well, I would not want to be Demetrius King. That is the one person I do not want to be. No disrespect to him, but he's definitely gonna get a little nap.
Like I said before, I don't know much about the guy, but he's the top bloke. I respect him. I don't doubt him, his power or speed or whatever he has. But every time I just have to bring my A game to the table. That's it.
I'm glad to hear it. And again, BOWIE TUPOU taking on Demetrius King. That will be July the 31st. That's going to be at Pachanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California. For tickets, you can dial 877-711-2946. Again, that's 877-711-2946. We've got lots of listeners in the California area, and that is how you get tickets to see this man. BOWIE TUPOU, I thank you so very much on behalf of Bolo Punch Boxing out of Chicago. I thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to set up an interview and to just sit and relax and talk some boxing with us.
Chris, thank you so much for having me on your website and thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys and get to know you guys. And hopefully in future one day we get to see each other face to face and introduce myself in the way I want it.
Absolutely.
So, and I still remember, we'll give you a big hug for saying my name right.
No problem, Mr. TUPOU. No problem. I'm playing with you. All right, BOWIE TUPOU, heavyweight sensation. We will talk to you later on, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, that was BOWIE TUPOU. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed conducting it, me and Emil. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back with our Golden Leaf fighter you should know. This is Bolo Punch.